Hey, PJ Peters here with another tip or trick on Tuesdays, and today I want to show you about markering on stamps. Recently I had some customers here while I was kind of working on next month's card buffet, and I was markering on a stamp and they said, oh my, I didn't know you could do that. And to me that's a simple tip and trick to get a beautiful image, but let's have a little bit of a refresher. Let's get started. So here are the cards that I was busy making with the Grown with Love stamp set. This is the one that actually is going to end up on my September card buffet. Love that. Again, this is all markered. Here's another option with a little bit different stamps. Again, all markered. Love the dynamic embossing folder in the background. And then here's the one I thought I would show you today. Here's the Grown with Love stamp set. Pretty easy. And it comes bundled with the garden grown framelits that cut out the flower pots and this, as well as the wagon and this little image right here. So very easy. And there's a couple bonus images in there as well. My background today for my images is going to be the Wood Textures Designer Series paper stack. It is a fabulous, fabulous Designer Series paper stack. You've seen me use it before. You need to check that out in the catalog. But I'm going to stamp my images on Very Vanilla. You'll notice that the wagon is two-tone in color. I used basic gray and then I used cherry cobbler. When you're using the basic gray, because that's a little bit different ink, it is easier to ink this all up in the basic gray. And then I found that because the marker doesn't mark quite as well on that, with getting a nice really deep gray color, it was easier just to pull the ink off of the wagon part and add that with the cherry cobbler marker. So I just, as you saw, I just used a baby wipe, and now I'm using the brush tip end of the cherry cobbler marker to just get that ink on there. And then we'll just stamp that. First you have to huff on it, not blow, but huff, because your breath has moisture in it. And that's what remoistens any ink that has dried, and then we'll give you a good stamped image like that. So you see how that kind of gives you that I don't know, worn look to me. That's the way I liked it. Now I have this image with the pumpkins and the tomatoes and the greens on it, so I'm going to use garden green, like my cherry cobbler again, and then I'm going to use the Tangerine Tango marker. So again, just using the brush tip end, which is identified by the thicker mark on the Stampin' Write marker here. So this is the garden green. We get that little piece there. Here we go, that leaf and stem. There's that. I grab the Tangerine Tango, and then let's get these little tomatoes. Tomato, tomato, you never know. And then we've got to get the greeting, and I used a black Stampin' Write marker for that. See how easy that is when you're using the side of the brush tip? All right, let's do our huffing, and there we go. Pretty cool. All right, let me go die cut those. All right, there's my die cut images. Aren't they super cute? I'm going to pop those up on dimensionals to give them a little extra pop. So I'm going to use my regular dimensionals right here. And did you know that we now have the mini dimensionals, and they are perfect for these little spaces. Let me show you a little trick with it. This one will fit right here, but this piece right here needs a little bit, and these dimensionals have a little bit thicker edge to them than our other dimensionals, and so I found that it's easy just to cut a little piece of that, kind of like what I do with the other one. This one doesn't have those little notches on it, so if you've done that before, you know what I mean. And we need just a little piece along the top here. Let me just grab one. See, here's one with the notches on it. A little bit extra there, but it'll be fine. Remember to use all your pieces of your dimensionals. So these little ones, I just kind of keep on hand for these little areas. I don't use them on everything, but they're just perfect for some of those little spots. And we'll get a couple on here, and we'll be good to go. Now, let's check out this pumpkin. I was working on my fall classes, and found this one of these was one of our designer series papers. Let me back out a little bit. Here's the other side. Loved these pumpkins. Yeah, we've got some stamps, but I loved the texture in this one. So what I did was I just cut one out. Ta-da! Ooh, look at, got some nice little ink on my fingers. It's good to have inky fingers. Shows that I've been having a lot of fun. There we go. Stuck that right in there. And we'll finish that card up. I've got a cherry cobbler layer here. And my card base is a little bit of pumpkin pie. Perfect for fall, right? A little pumpkin pie. Do you like pumpkin spice? I'm not a huge fan, but there are people I know that love pumpkin spice. I'm just going to add a little linen thread bow here. Here's my bow. Just rolled up that glue dot just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Love this fall look. One of the things I love in fall is the butternut squash soup. So that's what I'm going to be making. But there's our card. I hope you enjoyed the technique today. Remember, you can purchase these products, which come from the holiday, or from the annual catalog. Sorry, this comes from the holiday catalog. You can purchase them in my online store, and I appreciate that you purchase from me. It helps me keep these videos going. Thanks, everyone. Remember to create and feel great.